The digestive system. The digestive system first starts out by chewing. Say you are chewing an apple. Chewing breaks the large pieces of food into smaller pieces. This increases the surface area of the food, which allows saliva to be thoroughly mixed with them. There are 3 different glands that produce saliva to help break down the food. The first gland of the 3 is the parotid gland. This is located kind of behind the mouth, and it produces a watery liquid, like a glass of water. The second gland is the submandibular gland or the submaxillary gland. I know, big word. And this one is kind of in the back of the mouth, under the mouth, and this one produces like a half and half. Like half water, half mucus, as if it was like a cold day and your nose was running. The final gland is the sublingual gland, another big word, and this one is a mucus liquid. So like if you were a cold day and your nose is running and it's just a complete mucus liquid. Those glands make the food all chewed up in this funny word called bolus. After all that food is broken down and turned into the bolus, you then swallow, and the soft palate helps with this. The soft palate is a soft muscle that is like at the top of your mouth. You can stick your finger and feel it in the back of your mouth. The uvula also helps with that, and this is the little dangly thing that you can see sometimes in the back of your mouth. When you swallow, this little dangly thing called the uvula moves up, and this prevents food from going into your nose. After it goes past your soft palate and uvula, the bolus goes down this long tube called the esophagus. It goes down the tube in a wave-like motion called peristalsis. The food then goes through a gate called the cardiac sphincter to get into your stomach. The entrance of the gate is in the esophagus, and the exit is in the stomach. The gate regulates the amount of food that can be in your stomach. You don't want to be too full. The bolus is then broken down even more by the stomach acids and muscles that are in your stomach. The food just keeps getting broken down more and more. After it is all broken down in the stomach, it is called chyme, another funny word. The other gate is at the bottom of the stomach. The entrance is in the stomach, and the exit is in the duodenum. We need this gate so that the food doesn't go into the small intestine too fast. If the food went into the small intestine too fast, it would not be able to be completely digested, and that would not feel good in our tum-tums. The next part of the digestive system is this long 20-foot tube inside your stomach called the small intestine. Its job is to absorb most of the nutrients from what we eat and drink. This is why eating healthy is very important, because the small intestine soaks up all of that goodness and transfer all over your body, making your body feel good. The small intestine is located right under the stomach on the other side of the pyloric sphincter. The small intestine is made up of 3 parts: the duodenum, the jejunum, and the ileum. These are all very big words, but they all help to break down that food even more. There are also 3 more organs that help to break down that food. These are called the pancreas, the liver, and the gallbladder. The pancreas is this gland that it's right behind the stomach, and it makes juices called enzymes. These enzymes break down all the fats and sugars that are in your food. The liver is right next to your stomach, and this produces bile, which also helps to break down the food. The gallbladder is this little pear-shaped sac that is used to store the bile that the liver uses. All of these parts help to break down that food even more. It's crazy how many parts there are. Next, the cecum connects the small intestine to the large intestine. The appendix hangs from the cecum, but scientists don't really know its purpose. It is thought to store the good bacteria, but it's kind of a mystery. It's something that every day people wonder what its real function is. It doesn't harm anybody, but it also doesn't have a purpose. The large intestine's function is to absorb all of the remaining nutrients and water that the small intestine might have missed. The first part is the ascending colon, which is where the food starts to go up. Next, it goes horizontal across something called the transverse colon. Then the food travels back down through the descending colon before reaching the rectum. The food pretty much makes one big loop all the way around the small intestine. It's crazy that it's called the large intestine since it's actually 4 times smaller in length than the small intestine. Your large intestine is around 5 feet long when the small intestine is 20 feet. It's crazy. The rectum and anus is the last stop to the digestive tract. The rectum holds the last bit of broken down food, which we would now refer to as stool, or a more common word, poop. It holds this poop until it's ready to come out, and the anus is lined with muscles that help in pushing it out. That is the whole cycle of our digestive system. It is crazy and cool how many different working parts there are and how our body does it so smoothly. Next time you eat something, you should remember all the steps it goes through your body and how quickly and smoothly it runs. Thank you.